Soul is a part of your being.
When I think of soul, we are the city of soul.
Service. I like using the word service. We are here to serve our community.
You're a part of God.
Well, my definition of soul is the inner being, the inner spirit of an individual.
It brings a specific city soul.
Rode the wave, now I got that God in me. Yeah. Unlocking the depths of the inner me. I of thought and raw resides in me. Yearning for knowledge, let me to the tree. Had it on my arm, now life is in me. Yeah.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy D Mike the Creator, coming back at you live again with another soul series. Today's we're featuring Memphis, Tennessee. Hey, now Memphis, Tennessee have one of the largest pyramids in the U.S., let alone the world, right? There's a plethora of very monumental places, people, and things here in Memphis, Tennessee. Now, the point of Soul Series, just to reiterate you guys, if you have not seen the first episode here in Auburn, Alabama, my hometown, Soul Series is about preserving our elders' stories by asking them one simple question. What is the definition of soul to you? Right? And while I ask them that, I want you to ponder upon that word too, and that question. And the reason I'm asking the elders too, because a lot have changed throughout the years, and a lot of times they have seen the gradual changes here in their respective cities and how some of those places have benefited change, right? How has soul shown change, or what places or what things have relieved some soul out of their respective cities, right? But here we have plenty of places. One being the pyramid. Beale Street is a very popular place here in Memphis, Tennessee. You have the place where MLK, where he was assassinated at, and a plethora of others that I'm not naming off right now. But I want you guys to, like I said, ask yourself that question. What is soul to you?
I've been in Memphis, Tennessee, 82 years. I've been in business 49 years.
I've been in Memphis, Tennessee, 72 years. I was born here.
I run the operations here at Champions Pharmacy in Memphis, Tennessee.
I am the owner and the proud owner of Champions Pharmacy here in Memphis, Tennessee.
I served 12 years over there. I went in when I was 16 years old. I didn't come back over here till I was 29. Still ain't getting no respect.
I saw that a job wasn't going to provide what I really wanted to. I've always wanted to have my own business. My wife and I started a grocery business back in 1976.
The business opened in 1981. I remember it was January 5th of 1981. We were originally on 3rd Street, about 2 miles west of where we are today, and we moved to this location in 1991. So we've been in business for over 45 years at this point. We were both born and raised here. This happens to be my niece, my oldest sister, that passed away in 2014. And I must say that she was the rock of the family business. So we're just so happy and proud that the generations are coming aboard and being a part of the family business. It means a lot to me, and it meant a lot to Dr. and Mrs. Champion. Well, I would say that Dr. Champion finished pharmacy school back in 1955, Xavier University in New Orleans, Louisiana. He served in the military. He did a couple of years over in Germany. And when he returned back to Memphis, he was the first Black pharmacist at the City of Memphis Hospital. At that time, it was John Gaston. So he did his stints there, and he went over to retail pharmacy, which was not far down the street from our original location. It was called Skaggs at that time. That was in 1968. So from 1968 to 1981, he decided that this is time for me to do this. There were no other Black pharmacies in the city at that time, and we were one of the first. And people just felt comfortable, just really felt comfortable with my father, and they came along, and that was the start of the business. Pharmacy was his life, along with his family, along with his love for God. Dr. Champion saw that there was another way for healthcare. We began to talk as a family to understand that holistic, natural products without the side effects of everything that the big box chain pharmacies have, that there's a way for survival for our people.
Mhm.
So we stopped filling prescriptions in 1991. That is unheard of for a business to survive. And I'm saying this for the kids that are watching. It is important to have a learnable spirit. You have to understand how things work and listen to your elders. If I would not have listened to my elders, I would not be where I am today. We're that vehicle now. We are that vehicle that you can come to us. So things of yesteryear, once again, that learnable spirit that I had, I see things that are coming from that today that will help us continue the business.
And how he had the knowledge of herbal medicines. His grandmother is the one that started him in that process. That's what Champions Pharmacy is. So when we stopped taking prescriptions, he relied on that knowledge along with what he learned at Xavier University. He leaned on that to make sure we could sustain moving forward. So that's why we are all into the holistic medicines, and most of the products that we carry are products that he formulated.
Yeah.
That's how we built this business.
We're just blessed that he left the formulas for us, and most of them we work together. That is something going forward that we hold close to our heart.
Absolutely.
And we thank them both. Behind every man, there's a good woman. My mother served as the business. She was just the business. I can't call her business manager. I can't call her anything. She was the business. She was the person that kept everything going. Mrs. Champion, the GOAT, a lot of this would not be going on today.
He was so giving, so trying to make sure his community was protected. And he needed that little piece from my grandmother that came in and made sure the business was sustained for the family to move forward. So she absolutely was. While he was the GOAT, she was also the GOAT.
Well, it's supposed to mean that you're a part of God, but man has got a bad way of showing it. Pitiful way, as a matter of fact. Not a good way. Well, they're not trying to help the homeless or the people that's out that's not ain't got anything. They're not trying to help us at all. Seems like they just don't care. Really, just don't care about it. Which they haven't had since I was born. They haven't shown it. Got a pitiful way of showing it. They ain't giving God the appreciation that He's supposed to be given. They got a poor way of showing it. Very poor. Well, if they was born in this world, they should know. Their parents supposed to let them know what was going on from the time that they were born into this world. But a lot of them ain't got time for it. They worried about themselves and ain't worried about the children like they're doing now. It's a bad way to bring a child up in this world. That child didn't ask to be here. And mothers and fathers got a bad way of showing it. No appreciation.
Well, my definition of soul is the inner being, the inner spirit of an individual. I try to be as nice to people as I can be, as I'm always a welcoming person. There isn't a stranger that I have ever met. I just make friends with everyone, no particular person. I'm not a perfect person, and God has looked beyond my faults and saw my needs, and He knew when He made me that I was not going to be perfect. So I'm just a tool that's being perfected. And I like the way that God is making me and molding me, because it strengthens me to look forward to another day. Positivity is a good force. You can maintain your ground with positive thoughts and doing positive things. And it helps you to keep to keep in control of yourself and your thoughts and your feelings.
Oh, when I think of soul, we are the city of soul. Working in the community is soul. When I think of soul, I think of body and soul, the health and wellness of the body. That's what soul is with Champions Pharmacy. That's where soul is. We have community, like I said, generations, but we have the community that supporting us, and we support them. Mm-hmm. We're actively involved with the community as well as them being our customers. So we give back in our own way. That's what soul is, giving back.
It is community. It's service. I like using that word service. We are here to serve our community. That's how we've been taught all of these years. That's how I was reared. That's how she was reared. Mm-hmm. We're service, you know. And the more the community, we can work together within the community, the bigger the community can be. So we're just trying to stay right here and provide that service to our community so they know that we're here.
I think soul is it's a part of you. It's a soul is a part of your being. You it's you feel it. It's I mean you express it. I mean you see it around you, and you communicate it with other people. It's the good feeling that you have. You have to share it. Try to be a good person. I mean, some people say like soul food. It can be how you treat other people, and you want to treat people like you want to be treated. So it's just a goodness.
People, places, things. All these are the epitome of soul here in Memphis, Tennessee. Out here at the National Civil Rights Museum at the Lorraine Motel where Dr. King was assassinated. And they have a wreath up so you can know exactly which room he was assassinated in or where he was staying in.
My mother is Carolyn Bailey Champion. She's the daughter of Walter and Loree Bailey. They were the owners of the Lorraine Hotel. The hotel was founded in 1941. It was on Vance and 4th, and they moved to Mulberry. So all of my mother's life, she lived at the Lorraine Motel. In 1968, when the devastation happened of Dr. King, my mother was 2 months pregnant with me. On that day that Dr. King was assassinated, my grandmother had an aneurysm. So at that time, they called a curfew on the city. No one could come out, but my parents were able to go down to the Lorraine Hotel because she's the daughter of the owner, along with Dr. Champion, and was able to go to see about her mother. When they got there, my grandmother had been taken to the hospital. She died the day of Martin Luther King's funeral, which was April the 9th of 1968.
But the city of Memphis has a ton of history out here, right? Ton of history where you have a lot of leaders like Dr. King or pharmacists. You have your local store owners, right? And your everyday civilians to be able to help and show you how Memphis broadcasts soul. Ask yourself, how does soul present itself in what you're doing right now? Let me know, Memphis.
Yeah, as my business, I try to help the community grow. You have to give back to the community, and you want to share it. You don't want to just keep it for yourself. You want everybody to be able to enjoy the soul, the feeling. And in my business, I have 3 children. We have worked this, together all of these years. We wanted to give back to the community because the community has blessed us to be able to have a business. a livelihood. So you have to give back.
Pray. We are a Christian family
Mhm.
and we pray. We push through. We push through. I can't think of anything that just comes to mind. I'm a big foreseer. I can see things, you would always say, before they happen.
She can.
I just
She
brace for
can.
things. I brace well for things. So I try to keep the staff and everyone prepared. And I will say this: if you do things from the heart, I am from the heart. Jessica's from the heart. Yeah, do we get tired some days? Yes. Do we not feel like coming in? As a matter of fact, we were out last night. We pushed through.
Yeah.
That's probably the most adversity that we have. We just have to get in here and do it. But once you open those doors and the people just praising you and thanking you just for being here, that gives us all the energy in the go house. So
Absolutely.
that's the only adversity that we have.
When I think about our find challenges, I was very close with my grandmother. I was thinking about what would she do? What would we do? You know, how would we handle the situation?
Mm-hmm.
And she would always say, you know, we have to be there. We have to be there for our staff. We have to be there for our community. So get it together. Come on, you know, come on in. So when those days are hard, a lot of times, other than prayer, prayer is the umbrella. I think about her and my grandfather. You know, what would they want us to do? We're not closing any doors here. God willing, we're not doing that. You know, so we are here to continue what, you know, the legacy that we know to continue.
Champion is a great name to have. I haven't been able to get rid of it, but I'm proud that I have the name. It's nothing like being a champion. Hey, I was born this way.
I was born this way. Yeah. Dr. Champion makes sure we provide that personalized care. As for our staff, our team, we want everybody that walks through these doors to feel like they are a champion. Though that is our last name, when you come in, we want you to feel good and we want you to walk out of here feeling good. We want to provide that champion experience. So when you leave, you are officially a champion.
There is not a customer that I don't know. If it's your first time coming, I will know you the next time. That was one thing that my father stood strong on. And that is very, very important to us. So there is not a patient or customer that comes in here that I won't know the next time.
Dr. King came here and died for these sanitation workers, and they are still not trying to live up to the prosperity that he wanted them to live up to. He didn't come here to die for nothing. They making it seem like he came here and died for nothing. But that's not right. He came here to try to help these sanitation workers. He stopped them from carrying those cans from the backyard to the truck with those carts. And they too lazy to come to the street and pick the carts up and bring them to the truck and empty. That just don't make no sense. It don't make no sense at all. It's just like he came here and died for nothing. We're going around in the same circle and it ain't stopping in the right spot yet. It don't look like it's gonna ever stop in the right spot.
I'm this type of person. You don't have to ask me to help you. I just do it automatically. I just try to be nice automatically. You know, it doesn't come easy. It's a struggle, but I have managed to struggle on through it with a smile and keep doing good things for people, making people feel good, welcoming them into my environment, and then making them feel good about it. By being kind to them and just do special little things. Special little things make a person feel so much better because you never know that person's inner spirit. You never know what they're going through, what they have been through. And sometimes if you could just say a kind word, if you could just hug, you know, it makes everything so much better. And that's what I try to do all of the time. And I have done that all of my life. I remembered one time that we had a neighbor. He had stepped on a glass bottle and it just cut his foot wide open. I went in and got a wash tub, a small wash tub. I took his tennis shoe off and I bathed that wound. I called his wife, and he thanked me so much for that, and she did too. His wife thanked me so much, and that was just spur of the moment. God just put that in me by me spreading that love and that kindness and caring. I think it meant a lot to them. It helped me. And I guess ever since then, I have always had a positive intuition about wanting to help people the best that I know how, at least to get them to the next level. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's the way that I think that Memphis and the world, we need to think positive. Let's get rid of so much negativity. Positivity can overrule all of that and overshadow it. The more positive that you think and that your beliefs for positivity, I think that can do a whole lot to bring people together on one accord. And people may not like me, but I can't help it. You're not going to stop me, and you're not going to meet me being blessed. And I like it. I love it. And I can't get enough of it. You know what I'm saying? So that's why, my positivity is on God and His Son. And if I keep that thought, I can continue to make it.
This city has a ton of soul, and I'm able to learn a lot from the people here to be able to hopefully show you guys what Memphis has to offer as far as soul goes, right? So far, the people I come in contact with, though, a lot of them broadcasted that soul was about being able to come together, right? Rising through adversity, through all these tough times, you can still be able to lean on one another, right? Create a sturdy foundation, plant your roots in the soil to be able to grow strong and make something last a lifetime.
Sometimes I find it difficult, or a lot of elders are sometimes stuck in the spaces that they know, and are not willing a lot of times to learn something new. So I don't think it's necessarily just the elders. I think if we take the time to teach one step at a time, teach our elders how we can move forward, and then get the knowledge from them on how they know to move forward, then together we can, continue to create for the future. We have a lot of younger customers now, where in the beginning everybody was grandmama, but now we're here and we're remembering what grandmother told us. So they pass on that knowledge, and then we take it and expand on that, because now there are more herbs. There's more we can learn. My generation, we are into herbs. And I noticed that with our downtown location, we're not a pharmacy, we're a Champion's herb store. So they come in all the time, ask for all kinds of things I've never heard of. So I'm learning as the community is learning. As long as the elders are able to or willing to teach us, we can teach them as well. And we just learn together.
Well, the best way is to show them how the world is supposed to revolve around, not the way it's revolving around now. It's revolving around in reverse, not forward. Start listening and respecting their elders and listening what their elders are trying to explain to them how this world is supposed to go. They're going about it the wrong situation. They're going about it the wrong way. And it ain't going to go right until they settle down and start listening and doing right by God. There's no way to go right without God.
First of all, It starts at home. That's where the beginning is, at home. If you teach your children how to act and how to treat others, when you go out into the world, you tell them to do unto others as you would have them to do unto you. That's the golden rule. So if it's you teach your children at home how they should treat others, you, the individual, teach their children. Each home teach your children how to act and how to present themselves when they go out into the public. Well, then we wouldn't have this problem. You're not going to save everybody. You teach the teachable and reach the reachable. It's all about doing the right thing. You can't go wrong by doing right. Of course, you always can find the negative, but you look for the positive first. Look for that first.
Another thing is trust. You have to build that trust,
Absolutely.
whether it's old or young. The youngsters, they're wired differently. I had challenges with a 90-year-old man, which was my father. He wasn't ready for change. I had to walk him through that journey of change. He lost his eyesight. He lived the last 7 or 8 years blind, but we found a way. He did eventually understand where we were trying to take the business because his generation, they were dying off. He introduced me to society so they would know that there is another Dr. Champion out there. Things are changing. So with that change, we had new customers. The younger generation began to come in. It's just Dad knew them too.
She's just like her father. She is her father's daughter. They were saying the same thing, but the languages were just different. So she is her father's child. The communication was just different and how they had to come to this one understanding. And once we got there, Daddy's face will light up.
Yeah.
Walking through these doors.
Yeah. I'm glad that I never stopped pushing at it.
Absolutely.
I kept pushing at it, but I was pushing with a purpose. And there was a purpose to let him know and my mother know that at the end of life for both of them, that Champions Farms and all that hard work that he had put into it, and they both had put into it together, was going to go on. And your name will be known throughout this world.
Absolutely.
So we're getting there.
We are getting there.
Live like a champion.
Well, there again, it's about teaching. When you teach love, no matter how old you are, when somebody teach love to you, try to grasp it, because that's just a stepping stone to help you get further down the road. And what I mean by that is, listen to people that tell you, that give you positive information. Grasp that and do the very best that you can. If you don't quite understand, ask somebody else what they think about it. Listen to their views, but always keep a positive mind. Learn as much as you can in this world. Go to school, get educated, so that you can teach your children and your children's children how they need to act and respond in this world, and give God some thanks. See, just because you're smart, who made you smart? God made you smart. Thank you, Lord, for giving me a mind to be thoughtful, gracious, and kind to people. And when you do that, you can make it a little further in life. But even the hard times In the good times, we need to tell the Lord, thank you for the hard times in life. You brought me through. Thank you for the good times in life. You brought me through. I'm going to keep on holding on to your hand, God, because I know what you'll do. I don't know what anybody else will do, but I know what you'll do. I know you'll make a way for me out of no way.
Hey, so there you have it. Soul, Memphis, the people, places, things. Man, this city got soul. As Memphis, as you guys say, hey, this city got soul, man. Hey, had a great time talking with the people, fellowship with the people, and just really getting a better understanding of what soul is to Memphis and how Memphis shows soul within itself, within its city, from the people. Man, I had an amazing time. Everyone that I came in contact with, they were open arms welcoming, right? And they definitely showed me what soul is all about and gave me a great definition of what soul means to them, right? Hopefully you guys can get some out of this. If you have not been to Memphis, you should definitely come out here and check out the soul of this city. Obviously, I didn't have enough time to be able to check out all or the plethora of things this city has to offer, and I'm sure you can be able to give me some recommendations and maybe some other people about Memphis, Tennessee. But if you have not been to Memphis, Tennessee, hey, they say this is the city of soul, baby. Hey, until then, this is your boy D Mike signing off. Peace.
So love is the higher frequency. No need for hate or even the jealousy. Look inside and unlock your inner trees. Gotta get that log out from underneath. There's no such thing as impossible. Everything is possible when you realize God is walking for thee. Yeah. Manifest everything that you see. Got away from them, humiliate me. They tried to steal and take away my destiny. I'm not swapping. What's meant for me will be.